My parents always remind me that I need to do my chores, and that if I don't get into the habit of doing them now, I won't be good at taking care of my own house in the future. While taking out the trash, I now realize there's an even more important chore that we should all take on regularly: addressing our history. As you grow older, you may start to hear racial slurs. The words could be targeted at you, your peers, or just said for no reason. Why? Because society isn't paying enough attention to the history of these words, or people just aren't thinking before they speak. Sometimes racism is used to gain power. Every word in the dictionary has a backstory and has a meaning. For example, I hear the N-word a lot, both on social media and in school, and it's said casually, as if people don't know about the dirty truth. Words like the N-word were used by white slave owners as a form of dehumanizing the enslaved people. And we all know what happened then. Europeans brought slaves to America, don't forget, completely robbed the Native Americans of their land, and sold slaves, like a Lego set in a toy store, like an item. Sold, meaning they were stripped from their families and taken to new owners who had them work ceaselessly, bred, and denied education. And we can't just deny that, can we? If you want your country to be stronger, you need to look back at what went wrong, then you know what you can do differently. You can't disregard history and say, oh well, doesn't matter now, that was hundreds of years ago. The N-word now, it's still used like a joke. Many people still use it or don't find it to be a problem. They think just because they don't say it, they aren't racist. However, when my class read the N-word in the book Day of Tears, half the class tried not to laugh. When I turned to them, they grew serious and said stuff like, yo, that's messed up. And that just makes me wonder if this whole racism thing is just a joke to them. I believe we need to learn history, face it, and certainly not hide it. But if you can't get your hands on a book, how are you supposed to learn about it? The banning of books hides history, or discredits racism. 40% of banned books in the United States have a protagonist that is a person of color or mixed. The people determined to ban books are most likely worried about children finding out about history because they find it disturbing. And don't get me wrong, a lot of it is, but we can't just ignore it happened. Think about it, though. Books that have some of the biggest impact on students and readers across the world are banned books, or were once banned. My favorite book, New Kid, is banned in some states and school districts in the U.S., so it makes me feel privileged that I get the chance to read it. New Kid is about kids of color, mainly the protagonist Jordan Banks and his friend Drew, navigating an expensive, mostly white private school in New York. They encounter racial bias and learn what it's like to be in the minority in this school. I really identify with the characters, being a mixed kid in a private school, and it makes me realize I'm like Jordan at my school. I'm the black kid that doesn't look black. I'm treated differently than other black kids because of how I look, and I'm concerned how people are racially treating each other. It's amazing how readers can connect with their favorite books, but imagine how absurd it sounds to find out that book is banned. I got a lot from reading New Kid, and I guarantee you will find a ton of new information on racism and other tough subjects through banned books. The casual racism you see on the playground is racism born of ignorance and influenced by social media. Many racist trends now start on social media and spread into schools where children unquestionably repeat them, like the so-called N-word pass, where a black person gives someone else the right to say the N-word. This trend frustrates me. I hear many children, black or not, repeat this trend like it's not even racist. And after all those years of social emotional learning, kids even say racist things and have no idea why it's racist. I tell many of my peers and even kids younger than me that what they're saying is racist, and they get annoyed at me for correcting them. They ask, how is it racist? Or, not everything is racist, chill out. If that's the response, that concerns me about what they're watching, reading, or who they're talking to. Or what they're not. We need to stop burying our history. Generations will never know and will all wonder why. It's time to wake up. Can we equate racial slurs with freedom of speech? I think not. Racism means to me death, slavery, inequality, the opposite of freedom. Is that what America stands for? No. America is a free country, but it didn't used to be for so many of us. How can we use language to lift people up, lift all of us up? It feels like I can say my work here is done, but our work is far from done. Parents and children, Help clean up this mess. Do your chores.